Hello and welcome to the first of our the first turns of the game that I am casting, the False Pretenders, and I have with me Arpathius.
Hello, everyone. I think I speak for both of us when I say we're really excited
We are
to do
extremely
this.
excited.
Yeah, very hype, very hype.
Yes, we're gonna jump in on turn two because turn one obviously is not you can't see anything on turn one. And we'll go ahead. We'll read the messages in a second, but the first thing I want to do is just introduce our players and what nations they are playing. So first, and I guess the name of their god, literally Jesus Christ Superstar as Aramor. This is Ballin Stalin. Ulm is, and so this is a mixture of people from Lucid Server and then subscribers and people on YouTube who all were kind enough to join and let me cast this game. On Dominion, this is Blurb playing Ulm, the blind old man. Marverni is Sergeant Flintlock. Calum is Tiberius with Karsa Orlong as there. This is a Malazan character for anyone who's read those books. They have 10 books at like 3,000 or 1,000 pages apiece. It's like quite a series. We've got Satis is Darkside Cookies. Agartha is Friendly Sociopath, who of course was our third in the Disciples game we won.
Yeah, a good friend friendly.
Yeah.
Looking out for him to do well here.
Yes. Let's see. Alpha Steam is playing as TNN. This is Rightful. The other elves that apparently work out are. Let's see, where's man? Meep. Yomi is Stone Troll. That almost, I don't know. Is this a name that you recognize, or is this one that it just like would throw out there?
I don't recognize it myself.
Okay,
No.
I don't know that. I'm not sure if that's a named god or not. Full parental nudity advocate. Thanks, Hinam. Is being played by Weebison. Pelagia is being played by Barakai. If I mispronounced anybody's names, by the way, I apologize. It is not intentional. And then Therados is being played by Caleb. And I forgot to name our god. To be
It's fine.
It's fine. I had it named, I think, the first time. I had to restart this 3 times. This game 3 times before it actually worked. This is the first game I'd hosted. So we had a little bit of enough resets that I was certainly not going to go back and try and fix something like that.
No, we wanted to start. We wanted to start.
Yeah, I was too many false starts. Turns out that it was harder to make a map than I thought it was at first.
Yeah, who's your favorite god name? I like Hinnom. I think that's quite
Hinam's is
funny.
pretty good. It's certainly very very accurate. This one's also pretty accurate for the nation.
Yeah.
I love Malazan. Where are the ancient aliens? I guess they're lizards maybe. A lot of rocks. This must be a squid, or the ox. It's probably the kraken. And
I hope so. The Kraken's amazing. I love the
yeah,
Kraken.
I don't fancy ghosts. Of course, is going to be going up against said kraken, presumably. Yeah, I
Yeah, so
mean,
we've got
yeah,
two underwater nations, and they are spawning next to each other.
they
So
are. They are with relatively small amounts of water.
yes, sorry, the Thunderdome.
Yeah, a bit of a yeah.
And,
We're gonna try. Didn't want whoever won to be able to get way ahead just sitting in the puddle.
no, no, no.
Um,
So I think we've got a big range of people from. Did somebody? Is it somebody's first game?
yes, so we have some skill ranges here. This is Therados' first multiplayer game going up against Pelagia, which is I think a bad matchup and a tough thing to win for an experienced player. Um,
But it does have my respect.
but yeah, it's a bold call. Excited to see what they do for. And to be honest, right, even like there are people who hadn't played a lot of games before, but either watched a lot of content or played a lot of single player and are very willing to test stuff out, who've done very well. The person
Oh
that
yeah, the
Lucid is
some
doing the
players just
series
come in
with.
and do really well straight away, so it's not
Yeah,
necessarily the same as your skill level.
right. But yeah, I think, and then I mean, I recognize, before this, I recognized Ballin and Stone Troll.
Yeah,
Um,
I recognize a few people by reputation. I think Darkside Cookies is supposed to be
yeah,
fairly experienced as well.
yeah. He also has. I should put it in the link. He has a YouTube channel too. People should go check out.
Cool,
Um,
cool.
some of these people I don't know, so you may be the best player in the game, but I just I don't I don't know. So this is not no slight. Um,
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out with diplomacy, and
yes, yes.
some of the newer players can do really well here. I'll be excited to see.
Yeah, let's go ahead and look at people's turn 2 messages. Then we'll talk about like the map and see what people are up against, and obviously
Yeah,
their names. So Ulm is first. So I'm gonna put these up. I don't know if I want to read them all out loud or not. I haven't. I guess I've said, but I guess please note, due to health complications, a blind old man crossing the road will be crossing the road very slowly. Please note the crossing guard will be asking others to please allow him to cross the road. In the meantime, the local crossing guard will be running things. I think that's funny, and
I like that.
their prophet is the crossing guard, so that makes sense. Uh, Satis, hello. I feel like we're all being watched. Accurate. I'll try to remember to rename my prophet. Let's hope they remembered.
We can.
It's
They
not
haven't
turn 1. That's why. Okay,
done-
that makes sense. I was like, you could just do it at the same time. There's no reason to remember. TNN, first time playing TNN in third multiplayer game. Okay, so a relatively newer player. Don't mess up expansion. Decide on research priorities. Evo Conjuration. All Comfort Thug. Yeah, a lot of that makes sense. And don't mess up expansion. Yeah, I mean, I think TNN, depending on the bless, right, has relatively straightforward expansion.
I think so. Elves,
I mean, yeah, your
even though they're not on
elves.
horses, I mean, I think they're pretty good.
Yeah. So hopefully that goes well for them. We got 3 messages from Vanheim. Let's see. My van build is very uninspired. Awesome. Glad to see you start with that. Drain.
He knows what
Ooh.
he is.
Yes. So they're going drain, and they're going to hope to make up for it with research items. And they started next to the lake. So I guess we'll look at the map and get that. But yeah, nobody really wants to start next to the lake.
Sounds like a very standard, well worked out, like meta-ish.
Yeah, and we'll see the
Valheim
blesses
build by the
hopefully in
sound
a
of it,
minute.
which is really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Won't be lasting in priests or magic weapon sacreds. Yeah, you've got some time. Starting next to a lake is interesting, right? Especially when there's 2 people, because the underwater nations just have to kill each other first. So it's like annoying long term, but in the short run, you really
Especially
can't get
Pelagia,
attacked that way.
they're not
Yeah,
really going anywhere else than the lake early
right,
on, I don't think.
right. It's gonna take Pelagia a long time, I think, to come out of the water. Which is interesting. He said he'd rather fight Therados than Pelagia. But I guess he
Well, if
also
he's
said
got
it
magic
matters.
weapons, I think it's
Yeah,
maybe.
makes sense. Lots of mountains, wastelands, swamps. Yeah, maybe they'll get lizards. Looks like they border Agartha. Yeah, everybody knows where Agartha is because Agartha has a cave. Same, Hinnom has a waste. Forest is up north. Okay, and they're gonna go start scouting west. And they are not. Oh yes, so the shipwreckers.
Turn 1 shipwreckers.
Turn 1 shipwreckers. You love to see it. You love to see it. So I believe turn 1 shipwreckers, of course, tremendously powerful. I believe they go to the first nation. If there's a tie, they go to the first nation ID. So it's sort of like Airmore can get them if they want, guaranteed. I believe.
Yes, and shipwreckers turn 1, I think fairly well known that you should bid 400.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're not going to get them.
Right. Yeah. You're bidding all or nothing.
Yeah, and I think somebody said in the game chat about that ID placement for mercenaries if you bid the same. So I think everyone was aware.
Right.
Because I didn't know it. So
okay. Yeah.
Maybe that affected what people decided to do. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see how who managed to snap it. Anyone who's seen the Facia video knows exactly how insane the shipwreckers are. If you haven't played with them yourselves, they're just a tremendously good mercenary unit. Okay, but they're not. Banham's not going to bid for them. I think that makes sense. You want to get your sacreds together, and you
Yeah, the
expand just
sacreds
fine.
are probably nearly as good actually.
Yeah, and they're going to start a dwarf, which is interesting.
Yeah, well, you want to get those randoms that you early on. It's
Yep,
really good.
yep, that makes sense. Hinam, I love Hinam. Very, very excited to see Hinam. His plan is to site search and make a lot of troops out of gems, and then kill someone. Okay, I like that plan. It's straightforward, to the point.
Does
Hinam
Hinnom
can.
get special reanimation? Do they get?
Yes, they get a
Yeah,
whole
they
bunch
do.
of giant skeletons.
Yeah, very
And
very good. Yeah.
and you want them for blood hunting purposes too as patrol chef. So you can if you're really getting into it, you can mix up or you can separate out the giants from the regular ones and use the regular ones on patrol and fight with the giant ones.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's a good plan. And Hinnom great at site searching, right? They have every path but water. Low in death, only one, but every path but
One
water.
is all you need for reanimation, so it works.
Yeah. Excited. So I'm excited for Hinnom. Pelagia. Okay, Pelagia's going 400 in the shipwreckers. To try and use them to get onto land. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's if they get them, a very smart play.
Yep. It's super. It's sort of one of those game theory risky bits, right? Because they can't. I don't think you can let Theranos get them.
No.
And so you have to do it, but you also then, if any, you're pretty low on the list as an underwater nation. So if any of the land nations bid for it, you don't get it, and then you have I don't know if Pelagia's starting army can expand without getting itself any extra help.
I've never played EA Pelagia because
No.
I care about myself. No. They classically, I think they're well known for being one of the weaker nations in EA.
Yes.
Especially getting on land very, very hard.
Yes.
So if they can get them and get on land, that could be.
It could be really helpful. Although you do wonder, right? I know if I'm next to a two lake player, underwater player who comes on land, and I don't you might just take it from them and be like, yeah, what are you going to do about it? You got to come, you got to come fight me for it.
It's up to that player to do some of the Diplo against.
Yeah, they gotta get some Diplo. Okay, yeah. They're doing a bit of a meme build.
I love it.
Yeah, obviously okay with that. They've got your favorite, the double weapon bless.
Oh yes. Please tell me. Oh, it's not unholy weapons though.
It's not unholy weapons.
I've got to keep talking about that until it becomes meta.
Yes. Now, solar weapons against the poor ghosts.
Yeah, so that's very good because that essentially doubles your chances of getting through the ethereal.
Yeah. No, solar weapon. I sort of get the solar weapons against the ghosts. Are frost weapons particularly good against the ghosts?
So do ghosts have cold resistance?
I doubt it.
Well, I don't know. Because if they don't, then that's another way to get through it.
Yeah, it's another way to
get through. Cross weapons, I think, is the worst of the weapon blessers.
Yeah, I don't
personally. So I don't know. But,
yeah, I know.
Maybe it'll work. I don't know.
Didn't Arco or somebody take frost weapons to win an underwater fight? No, they did.
I think that was a very specific.
Oh yeah, it was very specific
situation though that he took that.
Yeah, I'm not sure that it's. I'm not trying to say it's apples to apples, but poison resistance good against. You need this because Theranos loves to make a Telkeen.
Yeah, and they can have that going. He casts it turn 1 automatically.
Yep. MR is great against the ghost too, because it's MR for half and all their damage, undying.
So MR2 though, I mean, could you have just taken magic weapons instead?
Well, yeah, you've already got the solar weapons.
Do they come with magic weapons?
Yeah, they already have magic weapons, so there's no
point. Okay. Oh well, MR2 is good then. MR is very nice.
Yeah, they already have it. Lots of extra HP, some strength and swiftness. I mean, this looks like bad news for Theranos, right? Because sort of the tension in the underwater, when you, especially as Pelagia, right? When you have a good matchup underwater, the tension, right, is how little can you devote to winning your water war. Because
so that you're good for after,
right? Because your sacreds are not coming on land.
No,
and you need to have enough. Typically, right? Pelagia would look to have enough astral to do wish farming, but Is solar
Yeah,
is
I'm
solar
not seeing
weapons?
enough.
It's fire, right? Or
I think that's
is it
3
astral?
fire, 1 astral, or
Okay,
is
oh,
it
it's
the other way
some.
around? It might be the other way
Maybe it's the
around.
other way
I can't remember.
around. If it's the other way around, that makes more sense because that's 6.
How much
That'd be
is
6
2
astral.
MR? Is that 3 or 4
That's
points?
3.
Right. Well, it would make sense if
Then
it's
yeah, okay, all right, that makes sense then.
yeah.
They're gonna
So,
do.
but what we're really saying is we're not seeing like 8 astral for the wish.
Yeah, but if you depending on what like this looks like it's probably an imprisoned like person, right? They haven't gone for like I don't think it's a Titan or certainly not a Kraken or something. So that person will have slots.
Okay. Yeah.
So they should be able to slot in the extra gear they need. So this should be enough to cast Wish.
Okay.
They're gonna delay water elementals. That's always bold underwater.
It is. It's probably not quite as bad against Theranos. I'm not an
That's
expert, but the
true.
ethereal, I don't know.
I
It's probably
I
less. It's probably less useful.
yes, I think that's fair. I think this looks like really bad news for Theranos. They've given Theranos a lot of respect.
Yeah. Pelagia, do they have good nature access? Are they going to be casting region? Because all the Undying and HP, I'm trying to figure out, is that for.
Let's see. Well, they probably just definitely don't have death, so they may have just wanted a like a big death caster. They have. Let's see. There's
Yeah.
nature. There's nature 2.
Well, they get nature communions, so
They have nature communion. So yeah, they can
the
cast
extra
regen.
Undying and HP could be quite nice.
But they're not.
Like
Yeah, they're not going to be casting a lot of regen probably in their first war. Like maybe a little bit.
No, I mean for later on.
Yeah, but that point, I guess the bless won't be as relevant. I guess your sacred.
I'm just trying to think why they've taken all of that.
I mean, I think it's more like what else? Like if you want, I think they want the death access because they don't have any,
Yeah.
and they're like,
okay.
well, what else are we going to bother with?
I suppose. Yeah.
Something like that maybe. Okay.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. And then finally,
I think Therados sends some message.
I went the wrong way. There it is. Okay. He's not as prepped as he would have liked. That's okay. Happens. New player with a bad matchup. No shame. That's true. But you know, let's chin up. Really pinning all the hopes in the god. Research fast, and then a murder octopus will not be expected. I think that this is one of the two
that's
things.
A Kraken. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely a Kraken. I'm trying to think of what else Theranos can do. So they take the Telkine, they take a Kraken. Are there any other gods that Theranos is going to take facing another underwater nation?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I don't. I guess we'll hope it's not expected for his sake, but especially with the name, I think it's going to be, somewhat.
Yeah,
expected.
Theranos is one of the nations I think I know the least about in the roster that we have, so it's therefore one of the ones I'm most interested in seeing. But I'm not as sure. They're quite unique, aren't they?
Yes. Yes.
In a lot of ways. So I'm interested to see how they do. I want to see a good Theranos here.
Yeah, I'm hoping they get off the ground here. Yeah, personal regen, quicken, very good. Doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Our undead troops are being killed by holy forces. Okay, so let's
Should we go through the prophet names and then we'll have a little look.
Oh yeah, I missed the prophet names. Oh, I did like 2 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, Aramor is trusty Judas. Indeed, very trusty.
Prophets of Jesus Christ. Oh, that's good. I like that.
All we did, Marverni. I don't recognize that. I don't know. Marverni may be doing something that I don't recognize. I don't recognize their god name either. Maybe it's big, and they it's a way of saying big, and the other one is a way of saying large. Large.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Okay, all right. Calum has witness. Okay, witness. Karsa Orlong is a witness me kind of character. Agartha is rock liquor.
The prophet of Rocky Rock.
Okay. Banheim is in charge of the gym membership. Okay, that works with their god. Their god. Yomi stands Sakai. I don't know who that is. I think
that's a rename.
Oh, I'm sure it's a rename. I'm sure Oni isn't, or Yomi isn't coming out with, doesn't have Stan built in. I don't recognize the character, or person, or reference, whatever it is.
Yeah, there's something going on. There's something. Don't know.
Yeah, Hinam is its art. Pelagia Singarius. I don't know. I don't recognize that one either. That could be a generic.
I don't want to say shame because I can't tell.
I guess if it's if we didn't get the reference for this, somebody put it in the chat here. And Therados, that one doesn't look like a rename either. Now this is their first game. They, to be honest, they may not know that people do the renames. So I think we're gonna have to give them a little bit of a break.
They get this one.
Yeah, this is your one.
Okay, right. Who got the shipwreckers? That's what I want to know.
Pelagia got the shipwreckers.
Oh, big.
So that is very good for them. Let's see. The shipwrecker. So if you're Pelagia, you get the shipwreckers. You're probably looking at trying to get as many of these planes. Probably this one. Looks the most valuable.
Well, we can see that, but I don't know.
Well, it's got the houses.
True.
It doesn't guarantee.
It is 3 turns away though. Do you just go somewhere you can get 2 land provinces instead?
Maybe. Well, you can still get 2. You can still get 2.
Well,
you come and land on the swamp.
Yeah, the ghouls are sad.
But you could also you could decide these 2 are better. I think that also could make sense.
I actually like going for that because it's between two land players, so that it's less likely they both go after you.
This one's a mountain though, so if they check that, they're gonna realize that this is probably not worth as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what they do with it. But so they've got the shipwreckers, so that's tremendous for them.
Yeah.
The Kalulu, I think, are relatively easy to kill.
The shipwreckers can take anything.
Oh, I mean, the shipwreckers can take anything. I'm just thinking, their starting army might be able to take out these Tritons.
Yeah, I would think so. That's
so that might inspire them to do something different and go for a double expand. They also don't have to go this way. They could go, if you went down here, then you're moving towards Therados.
The aggressive play. Yeah, right. I like that.
I think that makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah. Should we have a look at people's scales and then we'll circle back and maybe look at the map a bit and then
So we've got order to 3 prod, cold. Although maybe more cold than that, right? Because underwater you're less impacted. And then misfortune 2. Oof, fun times with misfortune.
Misfortune 2 is fine,
but no growth.
No
magic.
How do you feel about that? You
I like magic. I feel like Pelagia's goal.
We're very into our scales there.
I do love some scales. So
he's got a fairly big bless.
He does have a fairly
he's got a lot of different things. So
and again he picks strong scales for expansion. So I think his early game looks really good, and I think that
especially with the shipwreckers.
Do you think
he's got a dormant as well? Do you think he can fit a dormant on that?
I don't think so.
No.
I mean, we'd have to draw it up, but I think it's an imprisoned.
Okay.
And nothing's coming awake with it, but
no.
So I think that they've put in enough commitment for the early game, that's for sure. Especially if you gotta afford the 6 astral, that's expensive, right? That's gonna take up a lot of points. Therados has Therados scales.
I got the look there for the income.
Yeah,
really good.
I think that's pretty expected.
Yeah, that's pretty standard.
Hinnom, turmoil, prod, heat. Ooh, all right. So this is a lot of scales for Hinnom. Definitely.
Yeah, as a resident Hinnom enjoyer, how do you feel about that?
I like this actually. I was just in the Hinnom specific thread on the Discord, and I think that I actually
frequent. I imagine.
Yes, I clicked on my internet browser the other day, and I had three separate windows open, and all of them were on the Hinnom page.
Yeah, that's what addiction looks like.
Yeah, I need to send help. But so I actually drew up something that has, I think, this exact set of scales. And then I did it with Blood Surge, Imprisoned. I did it on a Golden Calf. Imprisoned, Fire Shock Resistance out of Earth, and then Magic Weapons. And it's a Seir Bless.
Yeah. So does 3 Tomar work with Hinam? You don't need the.
Yeah, I mean, you would love to have order
Yeah.
because your giants are going to cause a lot of unintentional unrest, and so your
Yeah, and you're
Dominion
also going to be blood hunting as well.
you're going to be blood hunting as well. So your Dominion helping take care of that would be really nice, but it's not. You don't need it for expansion, and you want a lot of other things. So I think that it tends to get dumped, and you're just kind of sad about it.
Okay. Well,
Um,
this looks good then.
but yeah, I think this I'm excited for Hinam. I think this makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
I see charioteers there, so we're gonna have some fun wagons.
Yeah. Oh
Everyone
yes,
loves
yes,
that.
yes. Yep. That's what you get. You get two chariots out of the first one. You throw them on the side, then you go and kill stuff.
This looks like a. I'm seeing a player that's thought this through. I like that.
Yes. Pretty easy options for getting out too. The heavy cav are actually not as bad for Hinam, right? Because the chariots can trample them. So I'm
The
not saying you want to.
lances, you don't. The lance is not a danger.
Oh, I mean the lances are a danger, but like I think what you try and do right is your starting army hits like something else, or like a couple things, and then when it's weakened a little bit, you come back right, and then the troops eat the lance charges, and then you just run them over with the
Okay.
chariots. I don't think you can
Yeah.
send like 5 chariots at them super well.
No.
You'll
No.
take some losses, but um, got, let's see, a mine of superior iron, windspire. So some interesting stuff. I think that this doesn't look terribly difficult for them to expand out of.
No. Sadly, no unique indies really close to them. There's some. Is that some Hoburg just to the north?
Uh, Here, no, that's Wolf
Oh,
Tribe.
no. Okay. There's some Sinus over there to the southeast. That could be. What's that? I can't even
Bone
see
Tribe over here.
it. There's a boat tribe. Okay. Okay.
So yeah, but no
Yeah.
lizard, no shaman though. They have to go
No.
fight Marverni to get some shaman.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Should we move on to Yomi and then
Yep,
we'll
yep.
keep going.
Yomi, I have never played Yomi. I think you have, so I'm gonna
I
defer this
am
one to you.
currently playing a game as Yomi, but it is with the Dominion's Balance mod, so they are a bit buffed in that. And I went for sort of a like a repel build with was sort of thinking more along the lines of using the troop summons and relying on them more than is usual. I think.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
so I don't know if I've particularly gone for meta, but I know them. They're one of the nations I'm much more familiar with. I'm
Got
also
it.
seeing definitely. I can see now definitely some Crystal Amazons and some Jade Amazons, and
Oh yeah, they have a
they
lot.
are going to be huge. The Crystal Amazons especially are going to be amazing for Yomi. That's
Yep.
going to be really
Yep.
good.
And their scales are these typical Yomi. That's a lot of death. Does Yomi
For
usually take
death,
all the death?
I don't know. Death. I mean, you're struggling for income as Yomi anyway. Minus 25%, and then all the rest is really gonna hurt. So I don't know.
I mean, this is I definitely you need the luck here. This is like death like pop kill level scales.
Yeah. So the two sloth is there, so you can get the Dione a
Mm-hmm.
turn earlier than if you went for 3.
Okay.
The magic's really good.
Yeah. Need
Um,
that.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Okay.
We'll
I
go
think so.
down.
So where were the experienced the players we thought were more experienced? I think one
This
of
is
those.
Yomi is one of them, and Airmore is another, and then Satis
Okay. So
are the ones I immediately
it's
recognize.
quite possible this player knows more, knows what they're doing.
That's true.
Uh,
Yeah. Any comments we make are very possible to be wrong. Okay.
we should put that disclaimer at the end of every
Yeah, I
video.
just put it like in a running, like a little thing at the bottom of the screen, right? That just
Yeah,
runs.
yeah. Okay, so Satis.
Satis has got a little bit.
Growth 1 seems strange to me.
Growth 1 is a little unusual. Typically, right, you try and get it up to growth 2. They're kind of all over the board, right? One of this, one of this, one of this, just 2 magic. 2 misfortune. So they've got to have something big here. Just because.
I think so. It doesn't look like an awake, though.
Yeah, no awake.
We would see it. So, yeah.
So that's a big, because it's what is this? This is let's see, +1, +2, -1, or so 2, 1. 2, 0, 2. So it's only +2 scales. So they must have something big is in their bless because it's not awake and it's maybe like
Yeah.
it could be like a
I'm not.
dormant with.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with a. I don't think you go for a troop. I don't like the sacred troops for Satis. I don't think I like them. So it must be a mage bless, and for the shamans, I mean, they can do a bless really well.
Yep, yep. You can take a
Get
good
like
bless for
some
shamans.
like arcane finesse on them, I think. Some
Yeah, I
reinvigoration. I don't
suppose.
know. I don't know how big you want it though, but I'm
Yeah,
interested to see what they've come up with.
I am very interested to see what they've come up with. It's not immediately apparent to me
No,
what
no.
it is they're doing. So, yeah, well, excited for that. Next up is Calum.
Yeah, this
Um,
is a nation I'm very excited to see how they do. There's a lot of different things you can do with Calum.
yes, they
I'm
have a bunch.
looking
They have
forward to this.
like 2 or 3 sacred options, right? 2 sacred options.
They've got three
3.
sacred troops, although two of them can't fly, so it doesn't quite work with your army. And then they
Right.
have sacred troop summons. They can get into every magic path in the game.
Hmm.
Their mage summons later. The Eagle Kings are amazing.
Obviously, yeah, Eagle Kings are
You could
awesome.
like make a Thug Bless with them, or they could be a huge caster. They're all there for. Um, I could keep going. I think they're really really really
Yeah,
excited, really interesting. Yeah,
yeah. We'll see what Caleb's up
they're
to.
also very aesthetically pleasing, and that's
Sure,
I
they've
like that.
got very good skills. Uh,
Which I think scales. Calum loves scales. I think.
yes, and I don't know. I don't
Um,
know if you need these for expand. Like, luck 2. I love luck 3 because there's like a lot of good events that are
yeah,
locked
I
at
don't
luck
know.
3.
Do you think this player is thinking they might pick up something from a throne? They've
Yeah,
got two
definitely
there.
possible.
Seems
We can
reasonable
just
to me.
see the thrones.
Yeah, well, they're not.
Misfortune over
Not
here. That's not helping them. Oh, there
for
it is.
Astral.
There's Throne of
Astral is
Fortune.
very good for Calum though.
Oh, sure. No, I just
So,
meant in the
so
luck
four
department.
Astral would be really good.
Yeah, yeah. I just meant in the luck department.
Yeah,
But
and
they
then another two
actually,
Astral there is.
if
Sorry.
if that's what they're planned, it's gonna work because if they can get this throne, this is the luck throne right here.
Yeah.
Crystal throne, amazing. We're not gonna go through every single throne, but
Oh, that would be nature for them as well. Yeah.
yes, the gnomes are awesome, excellent mages,
And the
and
reinvigoration.
reinvigoration is
Really
also
good
awesome.
throne. Love that throne.
Yeah, so definitely a lot of good chances for Calum here, but probably
Yeah, I'm
not
interested to see
a
what
huge
they're.
bless.
So they've probably got like a light bless with
Yeah,
that, probably
maybe like
imprisoned.
maybe like a light mage
And then
bless or
so
something.
you want to get a lot of the Spirehorn warriors. I think they're the go-to early on.
Let's see, Caleb
Expansion with Calum.
Spirehorns. Oh yeah, they've got a nice magic weapon.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
I think he's got good scales for that.
Yep. Yep.
He's not next to Therados, the magic weapons. Not
No.
quite as important for that, but still,
Still
they'll definitely matter
saves you
later.
on bless points. There's us. We can't click on us though, unfortunately. Um,
Uh,
I think maybe you can do it if you get like a perfect pixel click.
we're
Um,
above the fray.
we are above the fray. Ulm,
Oh,
don't see an awake or anything. They have some pretty
they've
good.
also gone for one growth, so I don't know. Maybe
Maybe we're
we're
missing
missing something
something.
here.
And one magic. Now,
Yeah,
Ulm,
I don't know too much about Ulm. I played LIM, but they're very different.
yeah, I've played against EA Ulm.
So I think they're a nation that struggles with the late game. Do you agree?
Yes, I would definitely agree. Um,
So maybe they have a plan to try and
get through it
get
early.
out there
Yeah,
early with the big
we do need.
Koan, the barbarians.
Yeah, you need 7 thrones to win this game, which means that even if you took all of your starting adjacent thrones,
You need to
and
beat 2 players.
yeah, you need to beat at least 2 players or do
Okay.
something crafty. But yeah, I think that Ulm tends to fall off, so it'll be interesting to see what
Yeah.
got to deal with that. Marverni.
Marverni. I think we're both interested in what Marverni's going to do.
I am very interested in what Marverni's going to do. I love sacred mages.
You want to see, and I think I want to see as well. We want to see what's it? What's the meteor? What's it called?
Oh, Gifts of
Uh,
Heaven.
Gifts from Heaven. I want
Oh
to
yeah,
see a huge. Yeah, I want
I
to see
definitely want to see some gifts of heaven. These guys are like the gifts of heaven nation.
Yeah, and I think they also take a boar bless. They get summoned boars,
Yes. Yep.
and then they can make a boars that free spawn more boars.
Yes, and they're all
And
sacred. So you
they're all
can.
sacred.
Yeah, I
So
think
you
sometimes you
usually
get.
take a bless for that. So
I think people usually take a bless for that, or often take a bless anyway. And you could use
they
like they can
because
do
they
some.
can trample. So I think people take larger,
Yep, I
and
bet. And
then
given that this person named their god version of big and their prophet a version of large, I suspect they have in fact taken larger.
excellent, excellent. I'm looking forward to it.
Um,
And it
so
also helps their sacreds because their sacreds hit really hard actually. I think with larger and stuff. Then
mhm. Yeah, and pretty good scales here. These look like the kind of scales that I take, right? You just dump your temperature, you head yourself right on down to misfortune 2, and then you got
yeah, I'm. It's making me happy looking at
um, all right.
that. Okay.
Oh,
And then we
yeah,
look.
so
So
I'm
I think we've
excited
just
for
got
them.
one more row to
One
do.
more row.
TNN. I'm excited for TNN. I think
Yeah,
they're a really cool nation.
I'm busy dealing with a TNN and a Hellenica game. It's
Well, I already dealt with them by
yeah, oh yeah, he definitely dealt with them all right. Um,
they dealt with me.
yeah, yeah, pretty much.
So
But
Growth 3, we like Growth 3.
yeah, growth
Um,
3, one
I don't
magic.
think, they've got more order than production. I think they want that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
interested to see their bless because they're definitely a big bless nation. I think.
yes, they are. They're. I think so. TNN right is the highest performing nation in like the Lucid tournament games.
Yeah, so you did some number crunching on that, didn't you?
Yes, I did some number crunching on that. I don't remember
The
if they're the best actual win rate, just because some nations were only played like once or twice. But they have the most plays and the most wins. Um, so definitely the toolkit is there. They've got
yeah
assassins. I think they have. Let's double check what they have.
yeah they've got Air 2 assassins.
Yep, they got
They've
air
got
two
good. They've got
assassins.
really good thug options.
Yep, good thugging. They're
Big
elves.
air. We like air.
Yeah, the
Very strong.
Tuatha
Nature.
Sorceress has amazing paths. So the tools are definitely there. Excited to see what they
Hellsinger
come
as
up
well.
with.
I think that's
Yes,
generally seen as a good thing.
generally seen as a good thing. On the assassins, it's a little, there's some
Yeah,
tension.
it's situational. I think.
Yeah, yeah, but I think a good thing overall. So excited to see what they've got. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about just neutral luck. I feel like I either want to have some
I
or I
think
want to go down to
I
misfortune
think
2.
neutral luck is okay. I think like luck 1 and like 2 are not. I think either misfortune 2, neutral luck, or luck 3 is the way to go.
Okay. Okay. Like yeah. All
My
right.
feeling.
Well, we'll see how that works after that. Now we are not going to be able to see too many of the luck events except where they get attacked, but hopefully people will let us know if they have problems. But I'm excited for TNN. Airmore. I'm excited for Airmore. Airmore has
No,
a
I'm
Divine
really excited for
Emperor.
more. I feel like I keep saying I'm excited for everything, and that's
Yes.
because I am. Because
Yes,
this is gonna be really
we're
good.
a very excited bunch. Airmore is awake
With the Divine Emperor.
with a Divine Emperor.
That's a researcher then. I'm guessing.
Yes,
And
probably. They have good
I like
skills.
their sacreds a lot. I think their sacreds are pretty
Yes.
good.
All right. Now, yeah.
Um,
We'll see what their
and
bless
then
is.
they can go out and do some cool things. So, but it could be an incarnate, is what I'm saying that for.
Yes, definitely could be. Now these are pretty good scales to have an awake with a lot going on, right?
Yeah.
This is plus 6, 7, 8, and then minus 3, so plus 5 with an awake. I don't think there's a big bless here.
No, I'm a bit sad, but
Hopefully,
scales almost that troops are great as well, especially
yeah,
in the early
the
age.
troops are
The
good.
Romans famously good at war, so
Yes, that's true. I'm excited. So I really want to try Airmore. I want to try Airmore in a because you have these recruit anywhere, right? These augur elders
they seem really
backed
good.
up by the augurs, and you have Airmore has cheap shrouds. You get a 1 pearl discount.
Yes.
So I really want to try like a mage bless on Airmore, where you make sure your god has some earth, and then you make a couple hammers, and then you can pump out cheap shroud, like 2 gem shrouds.
And then you've got the foreign recruits,
Yes.
mages that get you into the paths. You can stick the shrouds on them. Maybe it's
Yeah.
a bit finicky because you have to have a lab and a temple.
I think they're already sacred, so they don't need a shroud.
Oh wow,
I think. Well, that's why you need the temple.
that would make sense. Yeah, actually.
Yes, they're already sacred.
I meant to get them in a communion. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh yes, you do need an item to get them in the communion.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I like them a lot.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Aramor's got. Now,
I want to see what they're going to do with that awake. I think that's going to be interesting.
I think he's going to be researching a lot, and then maybe you get some site searching. But
yeah, I want to see what paths they've got because I think it's an astral one, but it's like 10 per extra path. So
yes, it's an astral one, I believe. So yeah, we'll see what they've got. We've got Vanheim. So Vanheim said they told us that they have a pretty standard bless, I think. So I'm expecting to see magic weapons, defense.
I'm expecting
strength,
very
attack.
good expansion. That's what I'm expecting.
They're gonna go. I think right. EA Van, those Einherjar are like, super blendery.
Yeah, and they're also near the ocean. They've got sailing.
Yep.
Maybe we'll see that later on.
Yep. And they could have they could use this lake too to say skip around if they were going to go attack Agartha a little bit.
Although Agartha can go under the water, so that could be
that's true.
Be interesting how that plays
out.
I think the geography of that leads them to be more antagonistic to each other.
I think so. Yeah, because like Agartha wants
they can both feel more threatened than they would normally.
Yep. But then because they've got this border sailing, what is range 2? I think. I want to say. So I think they can. I think they can sail across
would that count
here.
As sailing 3? I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll see if they do it.
Yeah.
But I would expect them to go and murder a neighbor.
Yeah. Or at least try.
Or at least try. And they've got they do not have good scales, so we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see.
They did tell us they were planning on getting owl claws and
lots of resists probably too.
There's a plan.
Blood surge.
We're gonna see how it works.
Yeah, we'll see how it works. And then we have Agartha. Friendly.
Yeah, so this is friendly.
Yeah, this is friendly. He does not appear to have
an awake. Crystal Amazons, and
yes.
Is that a library to his south?
Yep. God, if Vanheim finds out that he's got this library.
Is that the crystal ovens? Steel ovens.
Steel ovens. Boy. Now it's on the throne. So
it is.
It's a bigger throne.
Is that the throne you can cheese with like the shock resistance?
I think if you do it right, yes, because it has the spring hawks.
Okay. Vanheim could maybe. They would really like that.
They would.
Make them some really good. That would be really good. So who else is near that then? So we've got Hinnom as well.
Hinnom would love it.
Yeah.
And especially Hinnom, right, can also make themselves the hammers, right? And they have access to just about every path of magic. Yeah. No cross paths though, but
that seems like a huge throne. Yeah. What was the actual throne actually? What was it?
The inner throne. So blood slaves. So that would also be amazing, right, for Hinnom or
and it would give them order as well. That would be big throne.
Yeah, that's a huge throne. And even Agartha breaks them into like small blood.
Yeah.
And then also Theranos, if they can manage to get up out of the water here.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm glad.
I think that's everybody. All right, let's do a who we're looking forward to or like most excited.
Let's do a top 3.
Do a top 3, and then we'll try and conclude here because they're getting long. All right, so why don't you go ahead and go first?
Okay, I'm really interested to see Theranos and how they do with the Pelagia threat, and they got the War Shamblers. And
I'm just noticing something. There's no Kraken here.
Okay, well, I think they have got a decent amount of scales there, haven't they? So they got
It must,
neutral
maybe it's
scales.
dormant.
It must be dormant.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope that they get time for that to wake up.
Yeah, depends what the bless is. They could, if it's worth the bless, because you
Yeah.
want those scales. I think you want the luck, and I think you want the magic.
Right. You need, yeah, you
So-
sort of have very prescribed scales.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you could. Yeah, maybe you could just get away with one of them and have it awake. I don't know. Even then, it
Yeah.
might be hard to afford. I'm not sure. But you could just take some more cold. I think.
I think that they probably are cold 3, but underwater it's only going to show 1. Right.
Okay, maybe.
I think that's how it works. Underwater
We'll
provinces
see.
can only get so
We'll see
hot
the
or cold.
bless soon.
But yeah,
and
we'll see
then
it soon.
Know whether it's worth it or not.
Yeah, hopefully that works out for them. That's a bold move for a dormant.
Yeah. Okay, so that's one of my 3. What's one of yours?
I'm obviously looking forward to seeing Hinam. One of my favorites. I'm excited to see what they do with it. These scales look like exactly what I was just talking about. So I'm eager to see what they chose for.
My confidence in Hinam is high with those scales.
They're nice scales.
Good, they're good.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for Yomi. I'm currently playing Yomi. I think they're a really fun nation. I think they're one of the classic nations of Dominions 5.
Sure.
And they've got an awake researcher. They're going to do the Yomi things, and I'm here for it. I'm really here for it.
Yeah, and I think again we think this is potentially I think I recognize right. This is a stronger player, so I'm really excited to see what they do with it, learning something.
Yeah, and the death scales. I want to see how that works.
And the death scales, yeah. Yeah, they do have luck at least, but I think I'm excited for Marverni because I love me a sacred mage, and I want to see some gifts of heaven.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think. I'm interested. I'm interested for Calum. I want to see what direction they take Calum in.
Yeah.
I want to see if they can get into all the different mages. I want to see some crazy stuff. I want to see mass alpha strikes and if they took a bless and all the things. I want to see all the things for Calum.
Yes. Yeah. Me too. I think that'll be neat. I think my third is I want to see Airmore. I'm currently a big. I just want to cast Astral Fires on everybody, and they're like one of the best nations to cast Astral Fires.
I love their mages. I think they're great.
Yeah, their mages are really awesome. And again, I wonder if this is maybe like a small mage bless.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think with that we'll end this episode.
I think yes.
We'll move on to see the next turns.
And yeah, so thanks everybody for joining us. Yeah, we're really excited to be doing these, and we're hoping to see a lot of great play.
Yeah, a lot of great Dominions. Thanks for everyone.
Yes, thanks everybody, and we will see you all in the next one.